All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the elements of poetry. A poem is just a collection of words written to inspire ideas, imagination, or emotion. It's obvious when you're looking at a poem because like we talked about in the other video, there are lines to poetry. They definitely look different than a regular reading passage. So when I look at, say, this flying poem, you can see the stanzas like I talked about versus if I was reading a actual story, they would go in sentence format and paragraph format. But you can see this doesn't actually finish their idea. It just keeps going. So the first thing is the theme. It's the message or the takeaway that they want you to learn from the story of the poem. Theme is found everywhere, but in poetry, there's always going to be something that they want you to take away. So the way I look at it is the message. The message. So when you see the word theme, I want you to think the message. Rhythm is the beat or sound or feel of a poem. So it actually is going to have a rhythm to it. Think about song lyrics. If you look up the lyrics to songs, you will actually see that there's a rhythm or a pattern to it where it has a very specific beat. Meter is the number and style of accented syllables in a line. So meter is going to put emphasis on some words and not others. Rhyme you've been working on since you were very, very little. Hat and cat. Anything that rhymes at the end of the poem is going to work into rhyme scheme like I talked about in the other video. A line, again, is just a single row of the words in a poem. And then we talked about stanzas like they're paragraphs. You'll see those done in the aspect of having breaks between. If there isn't a break, then it's all one stanza. So these would be different stanzas. And then the last one we're going to talk about today is mood, and that's the feeling that you get when you read a poem. Is it a sad poem? Is the mood happy, excited? Is it joyous? What feeling does it give you? I like to think of mood in the aspect of emojis. So what emoji would you give it the feeling that you get from reading the poem or hearing the poem?